Hello guys and welcome to our channel EduLume. In today's class, let us once again discuss about the chapter 1, the living world, in a one-shot video with less duration. Let's start. First, what is living? Anything that exhibits the characteristics of life is said to be living. And living thing is the thing that exhibits the characteristics of life. And here are some unique features of living organisms that every living organism shows: growth, reproduction, metabolism, ability to self-replicate, self-organize, interact and emergence, ability to sense environment, and mount suitable response. And next are the defining features. There are three defining features: metabolism, cellular organization, and consciousness. And next are non-defining features. There are two: growth and reproduction. And whereas in growth, here are some key points. For living organisms, growth is from inside, and for non-living organisms, the growth is from outside, that is from accumulation of materials. And next is reproduction. Here are some examples of different organisms and their reproduction processes. For fungi, reproduction is asexual spores. For yeast and hydra, reproduction occurs by budding. For planaria, that is flatworms, regeneration is for fungi, filamentous algae, protonema of mosses. Fragmentation is the process of reproduction. And for bacteria and unicellular algae and amoeba, growth is equals to reproduction. That is, growth is equals to reproduction. They are same process. And organisms, here are some organisms that do not reproduce, but still they are living organisms. They are mules, sterile worker bees, infertile human couple, and etc. And next is another topic. This is a key topic. Properties of tissues are not present in the constituent cells. That is, a single cell cannot define the properties of tissues, but arises as a result of interactions among the constituent cells. And similarly, interactions of molecular components of the organelle arises due to the properties of cellular organism. Similarly, interactions among molecular components of the organelles define the properties of the cellular organelle, but not a single component or not a single molecular component cannot define the properties of cellular organelle. Remember. And next is all living organisms share genetic material in common, but in varying degrees. And next, here comes the biodiversity concept. Number of species known till now is 1.7 to 1.8 million. And biodiversity definition is the total number and various types of organisms present on the earth. And nomenclature definition is naming of living organisms such that a particular organism is known by the same name all over the world. And coming to identification is a process of assigning a scientific name or code to an organism based on its characteristics. And here are some naming principles. ICBN is one of them. ICBN stands for International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, and it is used to name the plants with some specific names. And for ICZN, it stands for International Codes for Geological Nomenclature, and it is for animals. And coming to binomial nomenclature, it is given by Carolus Linnaeus, and it defines the system of providing a name with two components, that is generic name and specific epithet. For example, mango, its binomial nomenclature name is Mangifera indica, where Mangifera represents the genus and indica represents the specific epithet. And next are the rules, universal rules for nomenclature. The first rule is biological names are generally in Latin and written in italics. They are Latinized or derived from Latin irrespective of their origin. And second rule is the first word in biological name represents the genus, as in Mangifera indica, while the second component denotes the specific epithet. And the third rule is both the words in biological name, when handwritten, are separately underlined or printed in italics to indicate their Latin origin. And the fourth rule is The first word denoting the genus starts with a capital letter, while the specific epithet starts with a small letter. It can be illustrated with the example of Mangifera indica. And next is another point where it describes the name of the author appears after the specific epithet, that is at the end of the biological name, and is written in an abbreviated form. Example, Mangifera indica Linn. It means it is given by Linnaeus. And the next definition is classification. Classification is the process by which anything is grouped into convenient categories based on some easily observable characteristics. And then is taxa. The scientific terms for the categories at various levels is called taxa. For example, plants, animals, mammals, dogs, etc. Everything comes under taxa. And taxonomy means the process of classifying organisms into different taxas. And the external and internal structure of the cell, development process, ecological information of the organism forms the modern taxonomic studies. It is important. And characterization, identification, classification and nomenclature are the basics of the taxonomy. And next one is systematics. The study of diversity of living organisms and their evolutionary relationships is known as systematics. It came from the Latin word systema, which means systematic arrangement of organisms. Linnaeus used Systema Naturae as the title of his publication. It includes identification, nomenclature and classification, which systematics. And then our taxonomic categories, there are 7 taxonomic categories: kingdom, phylum and division, where phylum is for animals and division is for plants. Then is class, order, family, genus and species. And here is a simple trick to remember this: keep people clean or family gets sick. I'll explain this in another. Keep people clean or family gets sick, where if you remember this sequence, every first letter denotes the taxonomic categories. Okay, keep people clean or family gets sick. Keep for kingdom, people for phylum, and you can remember division as well. Clean for class, or for order, family for family, gets for genus, sick for species. So keep people clean or family gets sick. Okay, then let's move to another last slide, that is scientists. So there are 3 scientists mentioned in this chapter. One is Ernest Mayr. He is known as an evolutionary biologist and the Darwin of 20th century. He gave the concept of species. And next is John Ray. He gave the term species, not the concept of species. And Carolus Linnaeus, he gave binomial nomenclature and named Systema Naturae as the title of his publications. So that's all the video, guys. I hope you guys understand. And please like, share and subscribe to our channel. And thank you. Thank you, guys.